Good evening, all. Hope you are doing well. So, from today, we are starting or adding a new section of social in our ESG and sustainability because is one of the most important sector, especially in World Bank or Asian development projects. Currently, even the ministries like I have worked in KSA and UAE. So at that ministries, there are separate ministries to work on the social. So we will read here and discuss in detail that why social and environmental are important. Please don't miss this lecture. First, we have purpose or background of environmental and social. Environmental and social, which is in short form is called E&S, aspects are critically important in projects financed by multilateral development banks such as the World Bank and the Asian Development Bank because these institutions fund large scale infrastructure and development initiatives that directly affect communities, natural ecosystem, and national economics. Both of these institutions or banks require strict compliance with environmental and social frameworks, ESF, and safeguard policies to ensure that projects do not cause harm to the environment, public health, biodiversity, cultural heritage, or local livelihoods. So, strong ENS management helps identify risk early, prevent pollution, protect vulnerable groups, promote occupational health and safety, and ensure stakeholder engagement and transparency. It also reduces legal, financial, and reputational risks for government and implementing agencies. Ultimately, integrating environmental protection and social inclusion ensures that development is sustainable, equitable, and aligned with international best practices, climate resilience goals, and long term economic stability. Uh, Here, I'm telling you that because currently I'm working a project which is funded by World Bank. uh, this is basically a landfill project, and it comes in category under A, category A project. Category A project means this project is highly uh, critical regarding social and occupational health and safety point of view. So World Bank currently focusing on social rights, livelihood of the locals, and natural environment. Here we have why environmental and social E&S matters in World Bank and Asian Development projects. Because large scale projects impact communities, ecosystem, and livelihoods. Here we have large scale projects. It could be a landfill project because landfill project is scattered in hundreds of acres of land. And for example, a motorway scheme or any big like dam projects, these all are effects on communities, ecosystem, and livelihoods of the locals. Next is mandatory compliance with environmental, social, and social frameworks and safeguard policies. Because we have to comply, we are not concerned with the project which can give us the energy or something or waste solution, but we have to comply environmental, social framework and safeguard policies. Number next is prevent environmental degradation and social conflicts. We have a separate social staff on any project which have because in community we have a lot of problems like we have GBV, GRM, such sort of issues. So we solve these issues by a system or framework. Number next is ensure sustainable and responsible development. Why they are sustainable? Because, for example, here where I'm working is a landfill project, and the landfill field. It contains a lot of endangered species such as plants and animals, flora, fauna. So we have to protect these sustainable, and we have to responsibly translocate that plants on a in a safe zone, so we can prevent our flora and fauna in a sustainable way. So in environmental importance, we have to protect our air, water, and soil, and so we have to, in general, we have prevent from any pollution to our air, water, and soil. Next is biodiversity and natural resources protection. Biodiversity, because at our site we have a lot of endangered species, flora and fauna, and mammals and animals. So we have to protect our environment and ecosystem. Now, next is climate change mitigation and resilience, because our project produce can may produce emissions, so we have to protect our climate. And next is waste management and resource efficiency, because during any construction of any project or any mega project, we have a lot of waste produced, and with the waste may be different categories like general waste, hazardous waste, and sewage waste. So we have to protect that waste, and we have to recycle that waste. Means we are protecting our resources. Number next is compliance with international standards, because this is mandatory requirement that you have to comply the international standards for the environment. Number next is social importance. We have to protect the local communities and vulnerable groups. For example, if our project is affecting the local communities, we have to see a solution, that we must think about the uh, livelihood for the local communities, and we have to make the proper decisions during construction of the projects and before the project. And occupational health and safety, OHS, as I told you that occupational health and safety is one of the important component of the social importance for the workers as well as the local communities, which will not affect our local communities and workplace environment. Number next is land acquisition and retrieval management. So before starting any project, we have to see that our land acquisition means owner. For example, this land is owned by some local people, so we have to make dialogues. Or if that land is related with the government, we have to proper NOC and proper documentation for that land acquisition. And number next is stakeholder engagement and grievance redress management, which is GRM. For example, if in community where we are working, or where we are installing or starting any new project, we have a lot of like complaints. So we have a proper mechanism, complaint system, which is technically called GRM, which contain or which engage all the stakeholders, including clients, government, consultants, and the local communities and the contractors. Number last is promotes transparency, inclusion, and social equity. So we have to be accountable for the project by making it transparent and social equality, like we have equal rights for the man, woman, because we have to comply to the Sustainable Development Goal (SDG) as Sustainable Development Goals. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the lecture. Next in next lecture we will also discuss uh, GRM, GBV, and stakeholder engagements, which are comes under category of social. So thanks for watching.